Dillian the Body Snatcher White here. It's a champ. Big up to Sporting Icon. Subscribe. Otherwise, I might pay you guys a visit.
Okay, so I want to wait an hour or so since the last video, because of course the last video for Tyson Fury Dillian Whyte review was pretty much just a reaction. In this video, I'm going to talk about it a little bit more in depth. And of course, based on previous comments on that video, I don't know, it's like 99% of the people I didn't even know followed me. I didn't know, I've never seen them before, and suddenly they're here to troll me. And listen, I've been trolled many times, okay? Some of my favourite fighters have lost countless times, and many more will do in the future. I've got very thick skin, very thick skin, so get it off your chest, get it over and done with. Now, when it comes to this fight, how can you really break it down? The stoppage, highlight reel knockout. It was. I mean, that was a punch from hell, an uppercut from hell. That Tyson Fury, I've never seen him throw before. We've seen him throw uppercuts plenty of times, of course, but not with that kind of extent. And it wasn't the power, it was the speed. So full credit to Tyson. Tyson is an exceptional boxer. He knows when to play it safe. He knows when to engage. And he's lightning fast with those hands, but his boxing IQ is phenomenal. Is phenomenal. And I've always said that about him. But of course, I did expect Tyson and Dillian Whyte to have a bit more of a classic fight, a bit more of a slugfest than that at times. Of course, we all expected Tyson to be boxing. Again, that's the obvious thing to do. The way he fought Wilder isn't the way you fight Dillian Whyte. It isn't. The safe zone fighting Dillian Whyte is the outside. The safe zone when you're fighting Wilder is the inside. Okay, so basically he had to do the complete opposite as to how he fought Wilder. But I do feel that both Dillian and Tyson showed each other too much respect. And I think that's maybe why the crowd was very quiet during this fight. Very quiet. And of course that emanated through the screen where I'm watching it going, I'm just waiting for something to happen. I just want something to happen. But Dillian was struggling to close the gap. He was very sluggish. His shot selection wasn't great. At times when he maybe should have went for the head, he went for the body. At times when he should have went for the body, he went for the head. Okay, he was swinging wildly in that at times. But again, listen, we've seen Dillian in classic fights before. We've seen Tyson in classic fights before. So you would naturally presume you put them both together, you're going to get a classic fight. Unfortunately, not. The talking points for this fight will be the knockout, of course, and rightfully so. The other one will be the dirty tactics, where both of them were hitting each other on the back of the head and elbows and the forearms and all that kind of stuff, where the referee had to tell them both off on a couple of occasions. Who instigated it? I'm presuming it was Dillian, but again, I'm sure he had his reasons for doing it. And of course, the other talking point, again, I'm reaching here just to try and give some talking points, is probably the ring walk for both of them. I felt the ring walk was too long. I don't know whose idea it was to make them do 25 and a half laps around Wembley pitch, but it felt like it went on for far too long. I don't know why they chose that kind of route. It took a long time for both fighters to get to the ring, I know that much. But I had to tip my hat, I had to smile when I seen Tyson Fury come out, and he's wearing the St. George's flag, the England flag, the red and white cross. Good choice, very good choice. You know, this is a national stadium, St. George's Day and all that kind of stuff. So fantastic choice for Tyson Fury. So I had to give him a nod of appreciation for him wearing that those robes, that robe even, and of course his shorts. But the fight itself, as I said, I think that they showed each other far too much respect. The crowd could sense that this was not gelling. It just wasn't gelling. As I said, Dillian couldn't close the gap. He looked very sluggish, very slow. Tyson didn't look like he wanted to engage. He looked a little bit nervous about that too. Dillian was nervous to be on the outside. Tyson was nervous to be on the inside. So, of course, they didn't really gel. They just couldn't do it. And that surprised me. It really did surprise me. And I sensed that Dillian was getting more and more frustrated because he just went wild at times. Just when he had Tyson in the kind of position that he should have him in, that of course he wanted him in, at times he didn't do anything. Other times he would throw the wrong shots. Now, he did catch Tyson with a couple of good body shots. You can see on Tyson's face, he didn't like those body shots. But Dillian got caught with a huge body shot. And I noticed it straight away that Tyson hit Dillian on the way out and Dillian stepped back. And that's not something he normally does. when he gets hit with the body. Dillian doesn't usually get affected by the body shots, but Tyson landed a huge body shot. And I thought, okay, that definitely hurt Dillian. And not too far long later, which maybe is why Dillian went square on. Gloves came up, the elbows were out, and he got caught with that uppercut from Tyson. Tyson, is there anything that he can't do? I mean, it wasn't a case of it was a powerful uppercut. It was one with speed, with nasty intent. I mean, we've seen Tyson throw uppercuts how many times now? But that kind of uppercut was just dirty. It was absolutely dirty. There's nothing that Tyson Fury can't do. And he's got a legitimate fighter on his resume. He's stacking up that resume now. He really is. I do feel fight the winner of Joshua Usyk and then retire. Of course, I heard him in the ring afterwards. I haven't seen any kind of press conferences or anything afterwards. I'm presuming that there is one or some whatever. But he was talking about retiring in the ring. He says, yeah, you know what, maybe this is probably it. I don't want it to be it. Okay, if Tyson's going to solidify himself as the best of the era, and you do have to call him the number one right now, of course you do. But if he needs to solidify it for sure, he needs to fight the winner of Joshua Usyk. He does. I really want to see that fight. And to be honest with you, I think that stylistically, Tyson would have an easy day at the office with Usyk. He would. But again, if he tried to box Usyk, Usyk can close the gap a lot quicker and a lot better than what Dillian could. Okay, so, I mean, it would be interesting. It really would be interesting. But again, you have to make Tyson a favourite against Usyk or Joshua, either one. But either way, this fight will not go down as a classic. The crowd will tell you that because they were very, very quiet. But of course, I mean, hey, listen, if you're a big Tyson Fury fan, of course, you're floating on air. Your guy has won. He's retained his title. Fantastic. Headline Wembley Stadium. Fantastic. Of course, that's really, really what you're going to be focusing on. And rightfully so. You should be proud of him. Listen, I was rooting for Dillian on this one, but I'm proud of Tyson for headlining Wembley Stadium. He could have vacated that belt and went a different direction, but he didn't. So you have to give him massive credit. Both of these guys earned the right to headline Wembley Stadium. Just unfortunately, it wasn't a great fight. It wasn't a classic fight. Classic knockout, no doubt. No doubt about it. Tyson doing his American Pie song at the end. I don't really know why he chose that particular song for this occasion, but hey, obviously he likes that song. He's sung it before. But classic, no. But you can certainly see that Tyson is such a clever fighter. He's clever in every department. He knows when to engage. He knows when to stay on the outside. Listen, he doesn't fall for the crowd. Where the crowd's obviously quiet and lull, automatically you probably feel like you have to start doing something to try and cheer up the crowd. But he ain't. He's like, I'm doing my game plan. I ain't going to walk onto something for you lot. I'm going to stay on the outside in the safe zone. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my jab. I'm going to keep Dillian Whyte off me. I'm going to throw the right hand once in a while. And we'll see where it goes. But I think it was that body shot that Tyson Fury landed. That was the turning point. It really was. And ultimately the finishing point was that uppercut. So massive credit to Tyson for the win. Both of them were flat. We can definitely say that. We can definitely say that both of them were flat. Dillian more so than Tyson. But again, maybe that's just inactivity for maybe both of them. Certainly Dillian. Of course, the last time he fought was over a year ago or around a year ago. But anyway, congratulations to Tyson. Tyson was supposed to win this fight. Dillian was never supposed to win this fight. He wasn't. So congratulations to Tyson Fury. Congratulations to his fans in that as well. And of course, for those of you who went to Wembley Stadium, I hope you enjoyed it. I really do. And of course, all of you who watched it at home, I hope you enjoyed it too. Drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you on the next video.